Hello, readers. Today's lesson will be a genre overview. In this lesson, you will learn about different genres and explain why you enjoy reading a specific genre. Let's get started with our essential question. Today's essential question is, what are the genre types that readers choose from? And how do I choose books based on my genre interest? Interest means things that we like. The I can statement says, I can choose books of different genres based on my interest. And the I will statement says, I will explain why I like a specific genre over another. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to determine the different types of genres you enjoy reading and explain why you like a specific genre more than you like another. As a reader, we know that we have many options to choose from when it comes to reading different genres. Our goal as fifth graders is to find time this year to read all of the different genres if we can. You will be exposed to many of these genres throughout the year, and I hope that exposure allows you to begin reading more of these genres. Let's take a quick look at this short video that explains the genres.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about different genres or types of literature. Literature can be separated into two big genres, fiction and nonfiction. Fiction includes stories that are made up from an author's imagination, and nonfiction is writing that is true. The first type of nonfiction is informational nonfiction. These provide facts about a variety of topics, like the culture of Spain, or cookbooks, or a book about mammals. Another type of nonfiction are autobiographies and biographies. Autobiographies are books about a person's life that the author writes about himself, and biographies are written by another person. Now we'll learn about different genres within fiction. First is realistic fiction. These are stories using made-up characters and events, but it could actually happen in real life, like a book about a middle school boy and his experiences on the basketball team. Another genre in fiction is historical fiction. This is a made-up story that takes place in a particular time in the past. The setting may be real, or the characters may be based on real people, like a book set during the Holocaust with made-up characters. Next is mystery. This is a suspenseful story about puzzling events such as a crime and is solved at the end of the story. Think Scooby-Doo. Next, we have science fiction. This is a story that deals with science, technology, and the future. Think flying cars or inventions we don't have yet, or an altered present day. Next comes fantasy. This is a story including elements that are impossible, such as magic or talking animals. Finally, there's traditional literature. These are cultural stories that are passed down through generations by word of mouth, such as folk tales, legends, fables, tall tales, and myths. So that's a review of some literary genres. All of them can be found in our school library. Try some new genres this quarter. You may find a new favorite.
Created using Powtoon.
Now that we've learned about all the different genres, it's time to see what our activity is for today. Today's activity doesn't require you to read. However, I would like to challenge you to read a book after you're finished with your work for today for at least 15 to 20 minutes. If you don't have any books available, you should have the HMH Book 1 and Book 2, and they are filled with lots of stories for you to read. Today's activity will consist of you completing this genre study sheet. You're going to type your name here, the date here, and then you're going to read the directions. As you can see, the directions say, after learning about the different genres, circle some of your favorite genres to read using the scribble tool. Write a short paragraph about your favorite genre to read and explain why. The flow chart here shows all of the different genres broken up by categories. So we have our fiction text here and our nonfiction text here. Our nonfiction text consists of informational, and our fiction text consists of fantasy and realism. Now, at the bottom, You're going to choose the genre that you enjoy reading all the time and explain why it's your favorite genre. In this box right here, you're going to type that. Now I'm going to model what that looks like for you. You can find this activity in the Practice, Prove It, Share It folder for today's work. So I would come up here and I would type my name in. Then I would type today's date here. And I'll scroll down. And I've already zoomed in. If you don't know how to zoom, remember you can zoom in right here using this little tool. And it will allow you to zoom in so that you can see the words better. And now I'm going to circle some of the genres I really enjoy reading. Now my all-time favorite is informational. I love reading about different topics and finding out real information. So I'm going to come right here and choose the scribble tool. And remember, it doesn't have to look perfect, but it needs to be good enough so Miss Lewis or your other teachers know how to determine which genres you chose. So I'm going to try to change the border to see if that makes it thicker. So my all-time favorite genre to read is informational. I'm going to circle that. The type of informational I enjoy reading is procedural, persuasive, and argumentative. I also love reading realistic fiction. So I'm going to come right here and circle realistic fiction. And then another genre that I really enjoy is historical fiction. And one of my favorite historical fiction stories is Bud Not Buddy. So whenever you find time, try to read that book in your free time. Now that I've circled my favorite genres, I'm going to come down here. So scroll down and write about my favorite genre and why it's my favorite genre. So my favorite So I wrote, my favorite genre to read is informational text because I love reading and learning about different topics and people. Informational texts are filled with lots of facts and important information to build on what I already know. So one thing I do love about informational text is that there are so many topics to choose from, and a lot of the topics are topics that I've never read about or heard of, and I like to find out information about those. What you're going to do now is go into your Practice, Prove It, Share It folder, and you are going to complete this activity. When you are finished, please be sure to submit your assignment so that you can get credit for today's work. Also, make sure that you are typing your name in this box up here at the top. If you're having trouble with accessing the assignment, please message me so that I can help figure out what's going on. I've enjoyed teaching you guys today about genres that we read, and I hope you enjoy completing your activity. Have a great day. Thank you.